it's gonna be a weird video. The Printables.com cameras and accessories contest is wrapping up, and I was very inspired and came up with a few designs you can download. First, I have a super simple FPV mount for your camera. I like the video from TMS Productions where they made an Apple commercial and used a POV rig like this one on a scooter helmet. For this one, you just want to apply some Velcro and then use some TPU on these mounts, and you get a tripod hole which you can use for anything. Second, I wanted a simple way to turn my Rode wireless mics into something that could be used for interview use. Here, this thing is just two HotShoe mounts, so you can just put your mics into it and use it. Third, I had recently gone out with my e-scooter and had some issues mounting some of my drone controls to it. There was a wonderful video from Life of Acro that introduced me to the Garmin Edge connector, and I had no bike mount from a company, and I just made a Garmin Edge 3D printed parts. You can remove the existing thing and put a Garmin Edge adapter on it. Once you have that, you can actually use a Garmin Edge adapter on the original phone item. If you do that, you can screw the original phone item back in. And that's very useless because you already had that to start with. But once you're ready, you can 3D print the quad or even the offset adapter, which will allow you to connect multiple items at the same time. In this case, I'm a very big fan of the offset one because I can use the Skydio control alongside the phone control so that you can see what your drone is doing. Definitely don't go out and pay $25 for these, printed pieces of plastic. Find a buddy who has a 3D printer and, get him some beer or something. Also, if you're a DJI owner, there is also a DJI version of it available here. And I also printed a tripod adapter one, so you can mount anything you want, GoPro, whatever. For this one, I do recommend you hang on to the plastic while you're applying it, so make sure that you push in and actually rotate the plastic, because otherwise your camera will have a hard tumble to the ground. Finally, I had seen a video from Skydio using the Heges app for 3D scanning, and I wanted to build my own. I think this is amazing. The iPhone 11 fits perfectly into this. I made it Garmin Edge compatible, so you can actually just pop in a new phone if you'd like. The handle has a Garmin Edge on the top, so theoretically I could attach it to my scooter using the same ecosystem, and then I put a super cheap video monitor in the back. I was able to get my first 3D scan in a few minutes, and the support from the team at Heges was amazing at getting me set up. The support of Heges actually came through a couple of times. The first thing they did was tell me that the iPhone 13 is actually inferior with its Face ID sensor compared to the previous iPhones, which was just lucky because I was using an iPhone 11. Additionally, they gave me two tips that were amazing. You can start and stop a scanning session by pressing one of the physical volume buttons, and then if you have a second iPhone that doesn't have Face ID, even an older iPhone like an iPhone SE or an iPhone 5S, which you can pick up for cheap, you don't have to spend the money on a expensive monitor. Even this cheap monitor is $100, whereas an old iPhone you have laying around is virtually free. So yeah, download the app, guys. Try it out. You can actually try the app without paying for anything. It's when you go to record and store a scan that you have paid for a microtransaction, which means you own the app, which is about $9. As always, the links to everything that I have shown in this video is shown below, and please comment if you have any questions.